Well, Darrell, I guess you must be going to this match in good heart. The form, particularly the last few away matches, and you're in pretty good shape.
Yeah, pretty good shape. Won 5, drew 1, lost 1 of our last 7, so form's been good. And to be fair to Chesham, they've coming into the game with 3 wins as well, so they'll be pretty confident and I'm looking forward to the challenge.
Yeah, I guess any manager, FA Cup draw, a lower league team at home is pretty much what you ask for, isn't it?
Of course it is, but it's also I understand it's pretty much a no-win situation at times. Unfortunately, that's how it works. That's how it is. I've been the underdog. But when you're expected to win a game, if you win it comfortably, well, so you should have. If you don't win by enough, we should have won by more. And but I don't work that way. So, massive respect for Chesham and their manager Andy. They'll be well organised, well drilled, that's for sure. And it's not a team we'll be underestimating, and we want to make sure that we're in the next round, however way possible.
And having that home advantage can be important, isn't it? Because you go to, and you've been to plenty of non-league grounds, you can go to some of them and they're not always the best, whereas now you've got the surface, you've got everything else.
Listen, you've got to win games however you go, and if you go into a difficult away game in the non-league scene, you have to win a game and pick a team that can combat that. We did it last year at Dorchester where we won 7-1, so I have the capabilities within the squad to pick a team if it was to be away from home, but as it happens we're at home in the Mem, and it'd be nice to put in a good performance and a good result in front of our fans.
So I think you went and checked out Chesham last weekend, so what can you tell us about them?
11 men behind the play 11, won last 3. So listen, we do our own work on anybody, and I'm sure they'll have a game plan and we'll have a game plan as well. So that's football. So they'll be looking at it as their cup final. They've got nothing to lose. I suppose that's their approach, and the players can look forward to the day. We've got to make sure that they're going home unhappy.
Do they like to play a bit of football? Are they more route one?
Yeah, mix it up. They've got some good players. A lot of Southern Prem teams and Connie South teams. They have a lot of ex-league players that not quite made it for different reasons, and people like to think there's massive gaps between league football and non-league football that you're supposedly led believe. But I've got 4 non-league players playing near enough every week in Dan Ledbetter, Matty Taylor, Stuart Sinclair, James Clark. So goes to show that one goes out the window. And there's a lot of teams now that are dipping into the non-league market for players, and players that are kicking on their careers and doing very, very well. So look at Jamie Vardy, Leicester. So we won't be underestimating it. We'll know there'll be a well-drilled team with good players.
And understandably, a lot of the talk in the build-up to this has been about Barry Hales. He was only here for a relatively short amount of time, but somebody still with a lot of affection amongst Gasheads.
Yeah, definitely. Barry's obviously very, very well respected, and I'm sure he was absolutely delighted with the draw. So we'll welcome Barry, but hopefully we send him home unhappy and make sure that we're in the next round.
So FA Cup, I know you're very much next game, win that game, but where does that sit? Is it a nice little distraction? Is it something where you can get a little bit of money into the club?
Winning football matches. That's the way I look at it. And you can talk about money and all bit, but I just want to win a football match. Can't worry what's on the end of it. Just winning. That's all I ever think about. That's all I want my players to think about. And sometimes I think if you concentrate on that, you end up picking more wins than you do losses. It's just about winning the next game. It's 11 men versus 11 men. A lot of things can go into that game of football. We'll work in like we've always work on the opposition, and like you say, you can get your just rewards with the financial things if you do go through.